Hey everybody, welcome back to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure episode 17, season 2, part 3, Lovers Part 2. Let me do a countdown and then I'll talk about a thing. We're fully into me on my vacation, so there's a lot to go over here. But anyway, 3, 2, 1, go. So there was a recommendation on a recent video for me, but not for y'all. It was a couple videos back. Where they said, hey, there's going to be a lot of 1 or 2 part episodes coming up. Maybe just doing 1 episode on some days and 2 episodes on others. I didn't see that until now, based on when that happened in my timeline of events. So that can't really happen. That being said, up until now, based on how I've got the 2 episode thing happening, all of the other 2 part things should be the same day. So, like, I'm looking down at the bottom, episode 19, Death, part 1, and part 20 will be the same day. Or episode 19 and 20 will be the same day. Which means that, yeah, this episode and probably the last 2 were annoying because of that, but I don't really know how I could have done anything about that. I didn't really think about that. And like I said, because I'll be on vacation by the time you hear this, I won't know whether or not that is a minority opinion or a majority of the people would prefer that both parts come out on the same day, and there's some days where it's just 1 episode. I guess I could literally just do a poll on Twitter real quick. I might have to do that, actually. I might do that, and in which case, then everything I'm saying is completely irrelevant. And, ignore me. Actually, let me go and tweet about that right now as I'm recording the episode. I guess they say that so that way you don't think that Dan of Steel is Steely Dan. It's good that Jotaro knows the plan. Like, he trusts that this is gonna happen. Like, he knows what they're working on it, and he just has to deal with this until everything's dealt with. Yeah, he's just like having a weird moment in front of the TV, and there's not anything like even pornographic on it. It's just like static. I mean, I don't know. In 2019, there's someone who probably jerks off to just like static. Like they're giving them money because yeah, please stop. So wait, does he know? I guess they know. So did they have to come out while that was happening, or like did they just like stay put? It's got decent fighting ability then. I mean, I guess if you're the same size as it, then it's a little bit better chance to do... Okay, never mind. It's dead. No, it's fine. It's fine somehow. Keep stabbing it just to be sure. It already switched to the next mind. How weird. So what happens if he gets big inside him? Don't take that out of context. What happens if he gets, like, his stand grows bigger inside of... There's no way I can talk about what I want to talk about here without it sounding weird. So let's just make it weird. What if he gets big inside of him? Is that going to hurt? I love that this is... It's one worry I have about this series is it's just going to be, like, me recording stuff out of context. I mean, that's like an obvious thing to do if you're being evil. Can I have my book back so I can write down slapped me? So it subdivides. That's really annoying and awful. So you can kill it. It's just really hard to kill. I think that's the second time this series has referenced Aesop's Fables. I can't remember the last time I thought about them outside of this series. Alright, I just sent out a tweet, by the way, so it should be good. I have a feeling that it's just going to keep subdividing into more and more dudes if you keep killing them like that. So, how do you deal with that? God, you can't do that too often. He doesn't have any brain cells left to deal with. So only one is actually real. Okay. Right, because when one of them was pretending to be... What is it? Emerald Hierophant? It's definitely not any of those. You're not salvaging much anyway. Can you use Hermit Purple to, like, figure it out? Surely there's a way to tell them apart. Of course they pose at the end of it. Where did they get the floodlights? Sometimes it's nice to go shopping with the guy that's holding your grandfather hostage. You know, it's just a nice like thing to go do, even if it's just window shopping. He's doing everything he says, but he's doing it slowly. It's probably the best plan to avoid having to do a whole lot. What about just going, I'll be stealing this, so they kick your ass instead? So, okay. 2 murders, manslaughter, reckless driving, shoplifting, endangering a minor is a thing, too. They did that a couple of times, actually. Like, any episode she was in, that was a thing. Destruction of public property, destruction of private property. Did they defile any graves? I feel like they did that at one point. Am I missing anything else? I feel like I got everything. And he can't bring up the fact that he's stealing too. Wow. That looks like exactly the same bracelet. He's the JoJo. He's gonna be a bastard about it. He trusts Kakyon, but not. He only mentions one of his friends. He's like, he'll figure it out. The other 2 are stupid. That's fair, though. And that's exactly what's happening. And also, apparently, I'm pronouncing the names wrong, like entirely wrong. And I'm just gonna say, I kind of figured as much. Yes. Doesn't that hurt? No, he's going more into the brain. Just much melt your own brain with sunlight. Yeah, it's still not over. Kick his ass now while you have a chance. Oh, he doesn't know. Oh, look at you acting all... Oh, fuck you. Okay. So, based on the votes so far on Twitter, how many people actually voted, though? Okay, not that many. But it's like overwhelmingly, yes, people would prefer if the two-part episodes were on the same day. So, maybe I go back and change the ones that have already come out, so that way that's the case. In that case, this is going to be real awkward, because I'm going to be referring to, like, the other episode is out! Crush it. Yes! You need to kill him, because he's actually a threat. Like, it's hard to get rid of him. Like, that was an entire 2-episode thing you had to do. He's gonna try and do a, like, secret attack, isn't he? And then he's gonna get his ass beat for it. Just knock the knife out of his hand. Like, it's not gonna kill the child. It's just gonna, like, possibly hurt it. But I don't know. Whatever. The child will be fine. I guess it... Did you make it go back into yourself, you dumbass? Oh, I see. I love that it's just Joe Taro's entire appreciation of his crew is just his one friend. He doesn't think this grandfather is capable of anything. He doesn't think that, like, French Guile is able to do anything. Now you can kill him. I mean, great. Okay, then. I was wondering how they were going to get out of that one. And the answer is the only other capable member of the crew did something. Like, I don't mean to make it sound like French Guile is completely incompetent, but, like, has he won any fights yet? Oh god. Against the Hangman, he did. No, not by himself, though, actually. Now that I think of it. Like, he didn't figure it out. Kakyon, or whatever. Like, someone pointed out that I mispronounce a character from Danganronpa as well. And it's true. I do. I mispronounce, just basically, if your name is not, like, one that I know from someone I know IRL, who I've heard that name from, I'm not going to pronounce it right. Anyway, so yeah, there's absolutely no chance that, like, no, he hasn't won a single fight, has he? He's actually the only person in the group who has not won a fight by himself yet. Like, Jotaro's won every fight by himself for the most part. Like, that one, he had to wait for them to, like, make it so he could. Old Man Joe, he was able to, versus, what was that one that was like a growth on his arm? He did that by himself. This is he's the only guy in the crew who can't do shit. Anyway, the other episode, should be up. I'm going to start doing it from this point forward, I think. If there were 2 episodes today and this was the second of the 2, then there's not, and it'll be tomorrow with the sun. Just use the playlist. It's confusing now that I know that people want that. We'll figure it out. I'll put a video to make sure it makes sense. But anyway, I'll see you guys there.